My name is Marilyn Guerrero. I'm the director of the Comanche Nation Elder Center, Title 6A and Title 6C, which is a caregiver support program. We have 5 employees. That's myself, the head cook, Rod Parker, Kimberly Godina, caregiver support program, Nancy Bass, and Jeffrey Godina, van drivers. And we have 2 NICOA workers that work there, and that's people who are 55 and older. Our program does not pay them. That's paid to the National Council on Aging. And our hours of operation are from 8 to 4. Our new lunch hours are 11:45 to 12:45 till we run out of food. And we're located at 1107 Southwest H Avenue in Lawton. And our phone number is 580-355-2330. Our mission statement is, can you turn that for me, please? Is that switch up here? Okay. Our mission statement is to improve the quality of life for older Native American Indians, which include all Comanche members and members of other tribes residing in the service area. Provide a well-balanced meal to tribal seniors and to assist them with finding resources to meet their needs. And we do offer cultural acceptable socialization activities as an alternative to isolation and loneliness. Okay, the Administration on Aging, which is AOA, established by Older Americans Act, was located by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. AOA is the one nation's largest providers of home community-based services for elders and their caregivers. The Older Americans Act was passed into law in 1965 and has been changed through reauthorization several times since it was first written. And in 1978, amendments for the AOA created the Title VI grants for Indian tribal organizations, and the Comanche Elder Center Title VI program has been in existence since 1985. I was told that we were one of the first ones in the nation to get it, so that's a good thing. And the purpose of a Title VI is to promote the delivery of supportive and nutritional services for Indian elders that are comparable to services provided under Title VI.3 of the OAA. And the Comanche Nation Title VI is a federally funded program with the funding made available to the Department of Health and Human Services Administration on Aging, grants to Indian tribes, and USDA. And also the Title VI is comprised in 3 sections. Title 6A is the American Indian program, and Title 6B is a Native Hawaiian program. And the Title 6C is a Native American Caregiver Support Program. And the eligibility requirements for Title VI grant is, you can go back one more time? Part A is Indian tribes. Federally recognized tribes represent at 50 individuals who are 60 years of age or older and demonstrate the ability to deliver supportive services, including nutritional services. And Part B is a Native Hawaiian program, which is a public, nonprofit, private organization with a capacity to provide services for Native Hawaiians. And Part C is a Native American Caregiver Support Program. It has an approved Part A and C grant application. And eligibility is participants must be an enrolled member of a federally recognized tribe of the nation. Participants must be 60 years or older and reside in the service area. And the areas are, I think we got Comanche, Cotton, Tillman, I can't remember the others, I wrote them down. But we got a lot of areas that we can help out. And disability applicants under the age of 60 must reside in the home of an elder and show proof of residency and show documentation of disability. Now, our goals and objectives are to improve the quality of life for older Native American Indians, which include all Comanche members and members of other tribes residing in the service area, and of course, provide a well-balanced meal to tribal seniors, and to assist them in finding resources to meet their needs. And we do offer, like I said, cultural acceptable socialization activities as an alternative to loneliness and isolation. And I do have another program, which is Title VI Part C. That's a Native American Caregiver Support Program. That was established back in 1999, and I implemented it years ago, and I came here back in 2012 and started the program here, and we took it over last year, I think this past year in January. And it is information to caregivers about available services, assistance to caregivers in gaining access to the services, and individual counseling and support groups, which we do we're trying to set it up for like every 2 months for the elders, for the caregivers. And we offer training like CPR. If we got to pay for that, we'll do that out of our program. And health, nutrition, and financial, and making decisions and solving their problems related to their goals of a caregiver. Respite is to enable caregivers of a frail elder to temporarily relieve them from their caregiving responsibilities. We'll be paid by the program for the assistance as well, and we pay per quarter, which is $400 every 3 months. And we do home visits, like, when we first get them, we go down there and we call them and we'll make an appointment to set up the home visit. And Kimberly Gottanaugh is in charge of that. She's really getting good at what she does. Supplemental services are a limited basis for caregivers of frail elders to complement the care provided by the caregivers. And the Older Americans Act requires that the Family Support Program give priority to caregivers that are older individuals with greatest social need, older individuals with greatest, like I said earlier, and low-income individuals. We don't go by income guidelines. Older individuals providing care to individuals with severe disabilities, including children and severe disabilities for frail. Frail is really good because we try to make that priority out of everybody, of the elders, of the caregivers. There may be a need in the community to find a caregiver for a person who lives alone and does not have a family member. We can't go out and find them. We ask the family or the caregiver or the care receiver to do that because we don't have the funds to do that. Additional, you cannot use Title VI Part C funds to provide the home nursing services for the elder. The program is a non-paid family member providing caregiver services. The family caregiver chooses the respite provider. We don't choose the respite because we don't know how that care receiver trusts the other person in there to take care of that elder. So we have the caregiver do that and the care receiver. And the respite relieves the caregiver for a break, and it could be a friend, family member, neighbor, whoever. And like I said, they get $400 per quarter for 3 months. And after 3 months, they're referred out to state agencies or tribal programs. Services are provided once a year for the program, and the next year we'll have services provided. It'll be coming up April the 1st. And also, the Native American Support Program has 2 types of unpaid family caregivers. The family caregiver is an adult of another individual who is unpaid, providing in a home care and community care to an older individual, and also the grandparent raising grandchildren. We do help with that. The grandparent has to be 55 years of age or older, and they have to have legal documentation of the child, which is 18 years and older. They show proof of documentation, then we go ahead and support and help them with that. And the primary caregiver of a child, because of biological or adoptive parents, are unable to, unwilling to serve as a primary caregiver of a child and has the legal relationship to the child and has, like I said, legal custody. And also the nutrition program. The Senate Appropriation Committee votes to increase and decrease funding, federal funding, for the Older Americans Act, Title VI Native American Nutrition, and also for the caregiver. And then also the, read down here for a minute. And the Senate Appropriation Committee could possibly reduce and decrease the program funding. I think it was $31,158,000 down to $26,158,000 for for that fiscal year. That was about a couple of years ago. And the homeless clause was voted in '84, and the new changes increased new Title VI tribal programs, and funding was allocated to all the Title VI programs. Due to new tribal programs on the grant, the monies are cut and decreased, and also, pointed out to each tribe. Sometimes, I think a long time ago, we got more, now we're getting less. So the National Resource Center, we do our grant application through them, and we got it approved this year for the next 3 years, Jimmy. Good, okay. And we did services for my program from April the 1st, 2015 through March 31st, 2016. We served congregate meals, 15,105. Home delivered meals, 15,377, which makes about close to 30,400 something meals that we served this past year for the elders. And then April the 1st, which is the new one, we're perceiving a little bit more, and also services are 8,700. The Title VI Part C Caregiver Program, she assisted this year. Like I said, we took it over in January the 7th to March the 31st, which is ending soon. And we assisted caregivers with information, about 59, and then also gaining access to services, 11. And we did just got support groups, trainings, health fairs, and whatever. That was support groups 9, training 10, home visits 50. And supplemental lending closet, we have that because we have wheelchairs that people give us that they don't need. We sanitize them. We do have help through the casino at Red River and give us canes and walkers that people leave there. We clean them and give them out. In April the 1st, 2016 through 17, she had information on available services, 70. Getting access to services was 60, and 70 for home visits, support group trainings, 12, respite care, 70, supplemental lending closet, 36, and referrals to home health care programs, 150. And we're going to be having a health fair on March the 8th, looking for all the programs to come out and support us and help our elders, the caregivers. We'll have a light meal for everybody. And that will start March the 8th at 10 o'clock to 2. Thank you very much. Any questions? No questions? I must be good. Okay, thank you.